Bonjour. Thank you very much for watching this presentation and video. We wish to share with you a very unique service, the Fashion VIP service, that is specifically targeted and really assisting startups, young designers, emerging designers, as well as retailers who are in a position to revise the way they work and try to get more business. Today, the challenge is we live in a much more complex, unpredictable world, and therefore the only constant is change. And the rate of change, as you might have seen, is accelerating exponentially. So the question is, as nobody knows it all, how do we figure it out? It's going to be the survival of the fittest. And often brands are going to be receiving conflicting advice about how to run the business, or whether to go for wholesale, retail, e-commerce, how to manage your relationship and your partnership better, whether with the agent, the distributor, a retailer, or maybe you're a web developer. So who's filtering out the good advice from the bad? Who's showing you and telling you very precisely where are the red flags? Where are the red flags? Where are the green flags? Who has your back? This becomes a really critical question. So what does the Fashion VIP service bring is critical thinking. That holistic approach versus purely and only a specific area of expertise, social media, sales, marketing. Why having a holistic approach is stronger, better? Well, because we're going to make sure that you've got an overall vision for the business, and then an overall vision for sales, and then an overall vision for the agent, and an overall vision and clear strategy and action plan for the US or European market, making it much stronger. And therefore that the human resources and the finance are aligned on those goals. We're going to help you from strategy to execution. So it's not just about advice, coaching, mentoring, support. It's also helping you deliver what you want. And we're going to share over 25 years of international experience, hands-on experience from young designers, small, medium-sized companies, and international designer brands, with a very high knowledge of the European and American business with international brands. And because we've been walking all the shows and also represented trade shows, we know how that works very precisely. So, very practically, how do we work? Well, we've got that 360 vision for your benefit. So we're going to look at everything very quickly, from business plan, vision, values, strategy, pricing, margin, what's your sales marketing strategy, how to recruit, how to get rid of people, how to motivate people, how to work with trade shows, get the most out of it, how to select the right agent and get the most out of their sales, funding. So it's about making sure that we're going to be able to analyze it through all the stakeholders and the functions in the business so you get the most out of it. Very often we also start with some kind of a SWOT analysis. What are your strengths and weaknesses? And we also make sure that we have some kind of indicators to tell us whether we're doing an okay job, a good job, or maybe a great job, or not a good job at all. And we all need a dashboard. Pilots have a dashboard, you have a dashboard in your car. It's the same thing. We're going to provide the management tools, the processes. And therefore, whether you're going to be going for a pop-up, an online retail or wholesale business, we will be joining you in this direction. So today, who's challenging you? Because nobody knows it all and things are becoming more complex. So of course you could go for advice to friends. Are they going to be that objective? You could go to maybe consultants. Do they really have a 360-degree vision and view on the challenge or the opportunity you're going to be facing? Maybe trade association, agents. But the person you want to pick, the person you want to trust, has to have the opportunity to tell you the truth. And this is what we will do. And sometimes we'll tell you things you don't want to hear. But our values are about honesty, maybe brutally honest on some occasions, and transparent. This is your way to grow the business. So should you see us? You should see us as a trusted advisor and chief operating officer. We're here to act as a mentor and interim manager when required. We are here to help you and support you. So how do we connect? How do we work together? Well, the communication is easy. It can be through phone calls, face-to-face, in person, or via Skype or other similar tools. But you're never alone, and we're never away and only a phone call or email away. And we can get involved even with you face-to-face with a client, a supplier, a partner, an investor. And we know how the business can be difficult, challenging, and sometimes it starts on a Sunday. So we're not restricted to the 9 to 5, Monday to Friday. We need to be available when you are. So what are some of the projects we get involved in? Well, certainly getting more buyers. And therefore, how are we going to help you then? Well, we need first, of course, to identify the right customer, the right buyer. So that is one of our jobs, but we'll show you the process and the logic behind it. So our job is not just going to give you the buyers, it's making sure that you know how to do it yourself tomorrow. You should not be dependent on us or on anybody else. And getting the buyer is about courting. It's about making sure that you build a relationship and you nurture that relationship. And when you have the order, you know how to share with your buyer to move forward. And we'll give you a toolbox. We'll share with you our international sales booster program so you can really nail that relationship with the buyer. And of course, getting the order is one thing. Getting it shipped is another challenge. Getting paid is a third. We will cover all those points with you. And we'll tell you how our logic beats many of the advice you're going to receive from outside partners. Another challenge you might be facing or opportunity you might be going for is funding. So we want your business to be investment ready. So, first you need an executive summary. You need the right business plan. You need to know how to talk to buyers. And I'm sure you've been on television and see things like Dragon's Den or The Prophet. And those will show you very clearly that sometimes just one word, one sentence, and you lose the opportunity. So we're here to help you get the money you need to achieve your dream. Always together next to you. We'll be also helping you to basically win at trade shows. It's not good enough to exhibit. You have to make sure you're able and in a position to win at the trade show. So, which location, close to whom, how to get the best deal, how to get free advertising if possible. And so we'll show you how to pick up the right trade show and how to get more orders very practically. What do we expect from you? Well, we want to make sure that you are open to two options. The first one is working together on a one-to-one basis, but also through a digital content. Why? Because we care about your cash and we want no mistakes in the way you will be investing your money. And therefore, if we're able to mix both the digital content and the face-to-face, we'll really be able to give you a lot for a very cost-effective price. What we want is for you to accept a monthly investment, ideally for 6 months, because then we can really review all the challenges, all the opportunities that you will be facing over a season. But once again, the Fashion VIP service is totally flexible. Not only totally flexible, but you can also stop at any time. And the first month is 100% money back guarantee if you're not satisfied. It's our job to deliver what you want, to deliver what you need. So there's no long-term commitment. And as we say, you can stop it, freeze it, cancel it at any time, and even use today's hours the following month if necessary. We need to bring a valuable contribution. We need to boost the business. We need to bring progress. We need to change your mind. Very often, the major obstacle we have is our mind. It's our job to also help you in that. So what do clients say? They very often love that honest and very analytical approach. And because we had managed profit centers, because we have managed and worked with different size of companies in different regions of the world, we worked with all the fashion stakeholders, people see that we can really bring valuable insight across all the stakeholders and the functions in the business. So where you see about, how am I going to be getting a new order? Getting an order is not just about that. It's about terms and conditions, it's about the order form, the way you're going to introduce your collection, how you're going to present the pieces in your collection. And the more you do it well, the more you're going to move forward. So, this client was also trying to say that, I 100% validate his logic and advice. It's that same client who one day told me, I don't believe that dashboards are important. And when you ask the client why, well, because this client had a dashboard, he decided to close his business. And so, challenging him, I said, well, is it possible that thanks to the dashboard, he decided to close the business today rather than in a year's time? Yes. And that's where he realized that, well, numbers will give you a clear understanding of whether the numbers work, the business model works, what has happened to the changes you've operated in the business. Imagine the power of you saving a years of hard labor, hard work, money, tension for yourself, for your employees, maybe for your family, because you closed the business today rather than in a year's time. Closing a business is not necessarily a failure as long as you learn from it and you're able to bounce back. So I think what you need to understand is who's going to be watching your back, who's going to be showing you those clear advices for you to be able to move forward, progress, and really challenge you on everything you do. And this is why somebody said, I recommend to everyone who wants to accelerate and take their business more seriously to the next level. But recently we received also a testimonial which we believe really is a summary of the work we do. Once again, you're helping me to assess things from different angles. I had never even considered this. Really like the way you think. We'll work in this direction. Feels right. And advise shortly where it takes me. Appreciate the fact that you took the time to really think about this and give me this valuable food for thought. So, we promise you that we'll always tell you the truth. And yes, on occasion, it hurt. But we care, and we care about you. We care about your business. And we want every pound, euro, and dollar you invest to be effectively, productively used. We want no mistakes in the way you invest your money. We want to help you learn how to fly on your own and build a profitable long-term fashion business. It's about working together and joining you on the journey to fashion business success. So if you want to learn more about the Fashion VIP service, you can go on globalfashionmanagement.com and you can also access it directly through this short link, GFM-VIP. We wish you a great season, successful year, and we're waiting for you and excited to work with you through our Fashion VIP service. Thank you.